Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of The Long Dark. So here we are in the cave, absolutely where we need to be in the last episode. If you didn't watch the last episode, we almost got lost, but it's all right because we actually found our way uh, back. So we're in the cave where we're supposed to be. Everything is absolutely pristine conditions, and hopefully we don't die. But anyway, if you have been keeping track of this series, thank you much indeed. It does mean a lot. I know it's not everybody's forte and everybody's cup of tea to be watching this game. I understand, 100% do. But everybody that has been watching and following along, thank you much for that. As you can tell, my voice is still a little bit under the weather. I am so very close, or at least it feels like I'm super close uh, of getting there. I'm almost there to getting back to healthy. I did go to work yesterday. Yesterday was Saturday, so today is Sunday, and so we went to work yesterday. Everything was fantastic. I guess if you can call it fantastic, I guess. But everything has been going okay. I mean, I'm still getting my voice back. Like I said, I'm still getting everything back. I'm still coughing up a ton of mucus, which is not fun. Um, but at least it's a wet cough. Yesterday was 100% dry cough, and that was horrendous. Um, but yeah, we're still getting over it, and I am waiting and waiting and waiting for this stuff to get over with. Of course, still taking all my pills and everything else that I can. But yeah, so hopefully everything will just go away and everything will be good back to normal very soon. So you don't have to listen to me talking in a very low register and hopefully no voice cracks. I'm hoping, I'm really hoping for that one. But if it does happen, just know that I'm still trying to conquer whatever the hell we have. My wife went to the doctor yesterday, and she has an upper respiratory infection in which she had antibiotics given to her. Well, that was rude. But so she's hopefully getting better. She's actually in worse shape than I am. Um, her throat is still hurting her and stuff like that, sore throat and stuff like that. So hopefully she'll be getting over it soon. But with the antibiotics, I can only imagine that it will be, decently soon, hopefully. But anyway, other than that, like I said, went to work yesterday. It was, it was all right. Nothing too terribly crazy happened.
Where's the good stuff?
Except I almost ran into a Swift truck, but that's besides the point. Um, is that fire? Yes, it is. So what actually happened there is I was coming back from a site, and I thought everything was fine. Everything was peachy dory. And where am I going? Is where I need to be. But yeah, so everything was fine. This car was getting on the on ramp, and the absolute biggest thing that I hate is if you are merging onto the freeway, go. Do not stop, because it just causes a big kerfluffle, and it's just stupid. Okay. What happens? Since it's freshly night, we're going to go back in. But yeah, it is just absolutely stupid to be, slowing down when you're getting on the freeway. So if you see a truck, just go. Anyway, so the car, I don't really know how far away the truck was from the car. I wasn't, I was actually in the process of passing the guy. And I got about maybe 10 feet, 15 feet off his back door, and he just cut me off, and I was like, well, what the flippin' hell are you doing, son? So I, of course, slammed on the brakes, and I, get back up to speed to pass him, and what happened was is that the car slammed on the brakes, causing him to like freak out, which is understandable, in which he whipped it over in front of me because, I mean, he had enough room. It was just closer than I'd like to admit. And so he cut over and everything else. Everything was fine. It just pissed me off a little bit. And then when I passed the Swift guy, he waved like, "Oh, hey, I fucked up." And I was like, "Yeah, I know you fucked up." But anyway, just long story short, I mean, it happens all the time. But, when it first happened, it was like, well, what the fuck are you doing, son? But then, I was like, oh, okay. So you was trying to, let him on and everything else. So I was like, we've all been stuck doing that. Where exactly are we? Let's get a match out so I can see just exactly what we're doing here. Oh, well, that's why we're looking at the damn ground. Is this the exit? There we go. But anyway, so yeah, that's what happened. And it was actually quite scary, being honest. I have this out, not real sure why, but we'll just have it out anyway. Hopefully the bear's not here, even though we know the bear is here. But yeah, so basically that's all that happened. I mean, that was the only excitement for the day. We traveled probably about 300 miles yesterday because apparently nobody knows how to drive the green box truck. And what is a green box truck? Well, it's basically a box truck, and if you know what a mule train is, it has a mule train trailer. That's essentially what it is. And of course the front dolly, I can't lock the front dolly, so it's essentially backing a double. I guess is the easiest way to say it. It's not fun by any means, but I mean, once you understand what you're doing, it's not terribly difficult. I mean, of course, you still have your days where you can't back that son of a gun up for nothing, and then some days you can, hit every single thing beautifully every time. But anyway, I mean, it has its moments, right? Anyway, other than that, like I said, nothing much going on. I actually got my truck back from the shop. I went to the Kenworth shop because I had a check engine light on for about 3 weeks, and apparently no one is worried about it because they never are. And they're like, "Oh, well, you have a check engine light on? Like, oh my goodness, is that important?" And I'm like, "Oh my goodness, like, no." And like, "Oh my goodness, I have an air leak in the air can too. Is that important?" No. Yeah, so that's my boss for you. But anyway, so they finally got all that figured out. We got a wolf up here, right in front of us. But yeah, we had an air can blowout last week on Friday, and so we had to use what we call 0101. And that truck, let me just tell you what, is a peach. It is the best truck we got. It basically, we had 0101 and 0201. So they were either bought or built. I can't remember how they do it, but either bought or built in 2001 and 2002. So they're, 22 years old. And they have some stuff wrong with them, okay? 0201 has over 720,000 miles on it, and 0101 has 605,000 almost. So they're well-used trucks, but sadly, and this is ridiculous how it is so true, sadly, it is more trustworthy than 1601, which is the Kenworth. What the... What was that? Okay. I was just gonna keep walking then. That was actually kind of scary. I'm not actually gonna lie. Oh, okay, so it's just the metal and stuff. Okay, so there's nothing that way, so you gotta walk across like I thought. But anyway, so yeah. So it's actually more trustworthy than 1601. And the reason is the 1601 has DEF. And it has been derating, which if you guys don't know, derate is basically when you lose all power. You lose all power, you lose every wheel that it wants to run. and it completely sucks. And so basically, you can be in whatever gear you want to be, and you do 5 miles an hour max. And some people say, "Oh, well, you don't have any def." No, because it's like half to 3/4 tank. Oh, well, you don't have this going for you. No, because that's completely fine. Nothing in the engine bay is clogged up or nothing that I can see. I'm not a mechanic, but everything seems fine. I mean, it's just like I don't really know what's going on. And so, where are we going? Over here. And so it's just like, like what do you do, right? So that being said, it's highly annoying to be driving somewhere and then all of a sudden you lose all power. And you're doing 5 miles an hour down the road, and if you ain't got no way to pull over, because the only way that I found out how to do it is you shut it off and you turn it back on. Or you shut it off and you wait about 10, 15 seconds, let the whole truck die, essentially, and then you turn it back on. That is the absolute only way that I have found to get it, like, cleared. And then it did it one time, and then I got the check engine light. And like I said, I wrote it up 3 months ago, but they weren't too terribly worried about it because, oh, well, you can still drive it, right? Yeah. Well, how long does it do it? And it's like, whenever it wants. Normally, like, twice a week. But then you send it to Kenworth, or you send it to our shop, or anything else, and they can't figure it out. They can't figure out if it's electrical. They can't figure out if it's, like, or what. I mean, they hook up the computer, and the saddest part is that even though it has a check engine light, I guess I've been told it's not sending a code, so you can't figure out what is happening because it's not sending a code and it's not saying, anything's wrong with it. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make much sense, does it? And it doesn't. But that's what's going on. So I mean, pretty much that is where we're at. We are just in a giant pickle. And there's nothing we can do about it, I guess, until I either blow it up or it finally, falls or derates or something, and it's like, nope, I'm done. I'm not going anymore. But yes, I've had air leaks, and my boss has literally asked me, and he has a CDL, mind you, he has literally asked me if it is important. And I'm like, well, if you have an air leak on a semi, yeah, And so, because I had to be nice, I said, nope, I think we can wait a few weeks. Yeah, I mean, it's not important right now, but I feel like it's going to be, But, what do I know? I'm just a dumbass truck driver, don't know shit. So, that's my favorite line. I've used that ever since I started driving truck. If you guys want to start driving truck, just know that line. You're a dumbass truck driver and don't know anything else. Everybody that's never drove a truck and stuff like that knows everything there is to know about the shrimping business. But anyway, that's just my line. But yeah, that's what's been going on in the neck of the woods of work. Getting yelled at for taking sick time. So I actually took, what day was it? I took Wednesday and Friday off because I just could not do anything. I wanted to live stream, so that's something. I was like, well, I'd like to live stream or I'd like to record or something, but my voice was absolutely gone. It was terrible. So because of that, we just sat at home and did nothing, or at least I did. The wife, she went to work Thursday and Friday, I do believe, and then Saturday she called in, and Wednesday she called in. So she went to work twice and then stayed home twice, and she's been getting a lot of heat because she's been faking it and whatnot, and I've been told I was faking it and everything else, and it's highly annoying. But I mean, what do you do? There's not a whole hell of a lot you can do. But anyway, back to the game. So we're trying to search everything and trying in hopes to find flares. Or at least flare shells or something. We need something. And plus, this is basically our only real resort of protection until we get outside again. There's matches there. I don't need matches. But I don't presume that we're going to get, or assume, I don't assume that we're going to be finding any pistols or anything, especially if we're going to have to go to Timber or Trapper's cabin and shoot the bear. So I can't imagine that. Oh, I thought that was a gun. I was like, oh, well, I lied. But yeah, so I don't assume any of that, but anyway, that's about it. Also, I have been watching Fooster. Like I said, I believe last week, or maybe it was the last episode, I don't know, it was somewhere in there. I mentioned that Fooster has been playing Sons of the Forest, and if you have not heard about this game, it is absolutely an amazing game. It looks fantastic. I haven't played it yet. I haven't even played the Forest, to be honest with you. I mean, I played it like once or twice, but I've never really done anything with it. But yeah, so I mean, it looks absolutely amazing. I just watched an hour-and-a-half video of him and his buddy just beat the game. So I'm not going to spoil any details or anything, but it is just absolutely amazing, and it's crazy to think about. They really take their time in trying to play the game and stuff like that, and I think it's fantastic. But anyway, if you aren't interested in that kind of thing, go give them a look. Go give them a look-see and see what you think. But anyway, one day I hope to be, about half as good as what he does. But, with his videos, they're absolutely fantastic. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. But anyway, so right now we're in the Carter Hydro Dam. And there's probably something good in that, but I don't really have the time to deal with it. Or the will to deal with it. Oh, there's a flare. But yeah, so basically what we're doing is, like I said, we're just trying to... Oh, nope. We're trying to figure out... Okay, so let's just drop this. There we go. And then we'll... What one's better? Okay, so we'll harvest that. And we'll get warm in the process, and then we'll get more lantern fuel. There we go. And then we'll refuel this. So that's fully full. Alright, and so we'll put that away. Anything in here? Doesn't seem like anything. I was really hoping to find flare shells, because if not, we're going to have to be really, really cautious when we leave. The only good thing is that I know where most of the houses are on this map. We're going to follow the railroad track, because that's basically the best place to be. It's where most of the shelters are. There's cars, railroad cars on the way. So that is also why we're going to do that, and hopefully they don't try to kill us on the way. That is a lot of fuel over there, it looks like. Birch bark. Nope, don't need that. There we go. And how much is this? This is almost a gallon. Oh my goodness. They're kind of spoiling us right now. Do we need water? I mean, we're overweight already. We'll drop that. We don't need that.
I need to drop something.
I know, but I'm working on it. Don't need that. Books. I'm kind of curious on holding on to the books. I don't think we need the hacksaw because we're almost there. We'll hold on to the knife. The wood is quite a bit. There's actually a lot of socks. Here, let's get rid of all these socks here. Do I have 2 pairs of socks on? Yes. Okay. Downski vest we don't need. Or at least I don't think so. That one is even in worse condition. We pick that up, but we'll drop it anyway. We're getting tired again. So we're going to be losing some stuff here. Alright. So we're not necessarily in the greatest. What time is it? It's almost noonish. In real life, it's 2:14, so we're a little bit behind the 8 ball, but it's all right. Normally on Sundays, we're behind the 8 ball. We wake up, and she makes breakfast, and normally try to hang out a little bit before any videos or anything happens. Normally. And then basically the chores start. She starts doing some chores, and then once the videos are done, then I kick in and start helping. Worn jeans. Here, let's see. Oh, yeah. Let's use them. Let's drop them. Oh, well, I guess I could have saved the other down ski vest. Oh, what is this? Anything good? No. Alright, let's eat something and drink something. And then we'll try not to die. That has to be absolutely terrible. Just straight maple syrup. That honestly can't be good for you, right? Okay, let's go. I was thinking about it because we're half on sleep, and since we've traveled so far, I don't know where the bear is. We can handle maybe one attack. It'll be kind of close here. Let's see what we got in terms of health, bandage, antiseptic. Okay. Do we have painkillers? No, we don't. We do not have painkillers, so that's not great. But we'll be alright, I think, as long as the bear decides to stay back. And of course the bear's gonna spawn in whenever the hell it wants. So we gotta... Okay, there's a deer. There's the damn... Oh, there he is. Where? I heard him. Holy moly, there he is. I knew you was yellow. Yeah, I did indeed. Alright, so this is going to be actually quite interesting. So we don't have any flares, which ain't great. We do have this flare. He's probably going to be more pissed off now than what he was before, because we have made it so far. So I feel like he's gonna... Well, I mean, then again, he wouldn't know. But it all depends on how they programmed him. Oh, hold on. What? Oh, okay. Let's just come over here. Okay. Well, I don't think he's gonna attack us, necessarily. Well, I'll do a little run job here. Oh, he sounds like he's right behind us. Get in. We should probably close the door. That would be a good idea. Oh, hi. Hi, bud. Ah, that was like a salmon. That was pretty cool. Oh. Man, look at you. You got some legs on you, son. Okay. Hi, buddy. I'm just gonna take a little screenshot. Oh God. Oh God. Oh, he's a grumpy little boy. Let me tell you what. Can I start a fire in here? Oh, I can't. There we go. I knew I kept all that wood for a reason. There we go. Okay, where'd he go? Of course, I start a fire and then he disappears. Buddy? Yep, okay. Hey, bud. You. Anyway. So we made it this far. Now, the next problem is that the next train cart doesn't really have like a little shelter or nothing. But what we're going to do is, I think we're going to leave it here. Can I reach that book? I don't think so. I don't think I can reach the book. Oh, yep, there we go. But anyway, so we're going to stop right here and continue on in the next episode. Hopefully in the next episode we can actually make it, as long as we don't get eaten by the bear. But I feel like we should be able to get pretty far. As long as, we're smart, we play it smart and everything else. Let's do 4 hours. We'll sleep for at least 2, get all warmed up. Probably should have made some coffee. Well, that's a good idea. Let's make some coffee. And then we can drink some coffee here. Cook. Oh, nope. Nope. Cook. Nope. Oh, great. Now I gotta click on the pot. There we go. Oh, I didn't pick it up. Oh, you're so stupid. It's okay. It's normal. Sometimes you have good ideas after the fact. But anyway, like I said, thank you all so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And if you have enjoyed this series so far, leave a like down below. But anyway, thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. I'll catch you all in the next one. And you all, take care.